We hear stories all the time about dogs saving their owners' lives, but what about the other way around? And how about when it involves rescuing a dog from a shark attack? Meet Greg LENOIR and 2-year-old Jake. They're from Islamorada in the Florida Keys, and they join us this morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So you have a regular routine. You go down to this one area in Islamorada, great place, one of the bone fishing capital of the world,
That's
right?
right, yes.
And there's a kind of a fishing center there.
Right.
And Jake usually goes for a swim, right?
Every day. Jake loves to swim. He's more dolphin than dog.
Right. So, regular routine, you go down, Jake jumps in the water, what happens?
He's swimming under a pier, and I wait for him to emerge from the other side. Love to watch it. Crystal clear water. Right. And here he comes. And after he emerges about 3 or 4 feet in front of me, up from below, a big dark form that emerges to be a giant shark.
Oh my God. And
I thought, no, it's not going to, and then all of a sudden the jaws open and it took most of Jake in its mouth. And before I could react, it disappeared. And I thought, oh, that's a big shark.
Right.
But I was his only chance. So
sure.
I thought, I'll do my best. One hard strike from above. I put my fists together and I dove like a javelin. Hard as I could, I drove my fists into the, and it was like hitting concrete. So solid. And then I came up and I looked around, no Jake. I looked around, no Jake.
Oh.
Where do I go to get Jake? But no, and then all of a sudden Jake pops up 6, 7 feet away. And he was screaming like he'd been gutted. Oh. And so he took off for the shore,
right.
And I was right behind him, but I was swimming through his blood trail.
Oh
and I just robbed this big monster of its, and so I was thinking, oh, my legs. I swam fast.
Sure.
Jake,
so you get to shore, what kind of shape was Jake in?
Jake was sliced to ribbons. His stomach, his whole abdomen was kind of sliced.
Right.
And he was just standing there bawling like a baby.
Right. So you rushed him to the vet?
Right away.
Did the vet think we can save this dog's life?
Yes, she said, I'll call you and let you know what shape he's really in after I open him up and check him.
Internally.
It took till 11 o'clock that night to get the call.
Wow. And look at Jake now. You're looking pretty good, buddy.
He's a tough little animal.
Yeah. How, was it a split second? You see your dog in trouble, literally in the mouth of this shark. Was it instantaneous?
No. It was a big shark. I thought to myself, could he get out on his own? No. He disappeared underwater with a really horrible scream. No. Wow. I had to take action.
In this area where we go, because there's that big fishing center. I know exactly where you're talking. I've been there, right? Oh yeah. Do you usually see sharks there? Maybe some tarpon, I guess, once in a while.
At that end, no. At the other end, they feed sharks and they have shows and things like that. But Jake was down more near the beach cafe. Yeah. It's just so crystal clear. I thought if there's anything, I'll see it.
You'll be able to see it.
It loomed from the mangrove.
How is old Jake doing?
Take a look.
He looks good.
He's ready to swim.
He's ready. Now, here's the thing. Where are you going to go swim when Jake, gets his bandages
He may not really ever want to swim again. He has nightmares. He cries. Yeah, he sits up and cries at night in the middle of the night now.
Oh, no. Big Jake. We may have to get you a little doggy psychiatrist, help you get over your trauma. All right. Well, thanks very much for sharing your story and bringing old Jake over here to let us know.
Glad to be here with Jake.
Yeah, nose to nose with a killer shark. Greg LENOIR, do appreciate it. Thanks for coming by.